Hi friends, in the last two classes we discussed about all aspects of conditional formatting. Next we are going to discuss about the powerful tool in Excel, that is pivot table. Today and in the next few classes we will be discussing what is pivot table, how it can be used to create reports only by drag and drop facilities. It is very easy to use pivot table for creating reports, and also we can have visual representation of our reports. We can easily create dashboard using pivot table. Today and in the next few classes we will be discussing about all aspects of pivot table. Before going to learn about the pivot table, let us recap how we used to make the report. Suppose you are a sales supervisor and your senior manager asks to have this type of report. In conventionally, what you do is you right click, as we discussed the filter here on the annual, and the subtotal function is created 2,80,000. We copy and paste it, and similarly we find for other salesperson. And suppose we want this type of report, we have to use this filtering on field, laptop, and so on. So this is, it makes very easy if you are using a pivot table. So before creating the pivot table, it is the best practice that convert this range into a Excel table. We already discussed about what is a range and what is a Excel table. So converting this range into Excel table, just press Control T, then a dialog appears selecting this range, click OK. Then it is converted into a table, and there is a table design tab appears, and here we can change this table name. We have a table name here. We are renaming this into table 1 as sales report in order to distinguish sales report. Okay, then press enter. It is renamed as sales report. Now go to the insert table, and here the tables, click on this pivot table. Just click here, then a dialog box appears. Here we can see that the table name already selected in order to distinguish which range is used as pivot table. So new worksheet, we select on new worksheet. There is existing worksheet, so it is better new worksheet. Now later on we will discuss about how to select existing worksheet. Then what is, we click OK. Then a template will be created. This is the pivot table fields, so we'll discuss about this, and also there's a settings here. Sometimes in your Excel, this will not be the format, something will different. We can examine if such a template appears. Since the pivot table format or template appears in your Excel, then here there is no difference. So we can convert this into the modern pivot table template. Then you right click here, then you can see the pivot table option. Then a dialog box appears. Select the display tab, click here. Then you can see classic pivot table layout enables dragging of field in the grid. So make sure that it is checked. Then click OK. Then you get the normal pivot table template. We can easily drag and drop. If you want to get this template permanently when you open Excel pivot table, so what you have to do is go to click on the file menu, then click on option, then click on the data tab, then here edit default layout, select here, then again another window, pivot table options. So this is the option previously we got. Select the display and make sure that the classic pivot table layout is checked like this. Then blue tick should be there. Then click OK, again OK, and again OK. Then whenever you open insert pivot table, click on the pivot table, then this will be the template you will get. Here you can see this is the row field here, then drop column field here, and this is the value field. These are the three important field in pivot table. So we have pivot table fields: the region, salesperson, product, unit sold, and unit total sales. That is from this table. This column headings will be there in the pivot table field. So we want in the report, we want salesperson in the row field and total sales in the value field. So let us do that. So click, hold it and drag and drop here. Then again we want total sales. Click and drop here on the value field. So easily we have the report where salesperson on this and total sales. Very easy. Similarly, suppose we want to create the report of this type. So again, click on the table, insert pivot table. This time we are going to use the existing worksheet. The existing worksheet means the worksheets already exist in the Excel workbook. So selected, you will be asked to show the location. Click here, and here already there is sheet 2. So click here. So important that when you expand, if you drag or drop another field from here, this will expand. At that time it should not overlap, so sufficiently you have to leave the columns. If earlier you have to insert more columns, now for the time being we select here, then click and click OK. A new template will be created. So here what we want the product on the row field. Select here, then region on the column field, and next total sales value field. Here we got grand total also, each of laptop grand total and everything, and grand total at the bottom. We can hide this later on, we will discuss about that. So this is the second report. Then again we want this type of report, that is product on the column field, salesperson on the row field, and values, that is total sales on the value field. So again we click here, then insert pivot table. Again existing worksheet, so the location, that means sheet 2, we can select here, then click OK. So another template is created. Here we can easily drag salesperson. Then what is next is products. So drag and drop products on the column field and total sales here. So we got this report also, laptop, phone, tablet, okay, and grand total also. So in this way, just by drag and drop, we can have this much of report very easily. Suppose we have a score sheet like this, student score sheet. So we have to find out the total A plus A and so on. So usually we have used count if and count A plus N, so A plus A, etc. So but with the pivot table it is very easy. We have made a template here. We are going to insert a pivot table. So the data is this one. Click on either of this. So insert pivot table, click here. Now we are not converted this into a table, so it is a range. So you have to make sure that the entire score sheet is selected. You have to enter here, okay. Then now existing worksheet, then you have to show the location, sheet 1. Here we show the location again, then click OK. So pivot table template is available here, so you can click and drag. So here A plus A, this is the alphabetic order. So later you can sort this into custom order, that is A plus first, then A, and so on. So again you can drag English into the value field. So here you get the count of language. In the previous cases, when you look here, then you can see that this is the sum of total sales. We can change this. Now here it is automatically, when it is a numbers, values are letters, and there is a count of numbers, then automatically pivot table adjusts it into count of language. So you can just copy this and paste here, okay. Then you can select here, you can remove this. So you can just drag into rows here. You can drag here also into the pivot table field, then A plus A. Then again you can drag into the values field from here also. So here we can copy and paste here. Again you can untick and just drag row field here. Again drag to value field. So English selected, you can paste here. So in this way you can easily find out each subject and copy paste here. Later on, as we discussed in the sorting and filtering, you can sort this into custom order, that is A plus first, then A, B plus. So we explained that how to sort using a custom list. You should make sure that here after A plus, B plus, everything is here. Suppose there is no score of B, it will be after A plus, it will be B plus. So you have to make sure that while copying, this order and the order you already placed here are same. That is the precaution you have to take. So similarly, you can easily find out a plus, number of a plus and a simply by dragging and dropping. So these are the basics of pivot table. Then we will come into the next few classes about what are the other advanced technique in pivot table, and how we can create chart, and how we can create dashboards, etc. in the coming classes. And today we are going to wind up the class, and we will see again in the next week. Till then, goodbye.